All right, guys. So there's a reason why I'm doing a recap on Derek Chauvin. There's a reason. There's a specific reason as to why I'm doing a recap on Derek Chauvin. I have actually thought about this since the death of George Floyd, but not only have I thought about it since the death of George Floyd, I've already known of Derek Chauvin prior to the incident of Floyd or George Floyd in Minneapolis. You know, because I've known of Derek Chauvin before the George Floyd. Anyone activism like I've done in Minneapolis for almost over a decade. Let me say that. So I already knew of Derek Chauvin, and when the George Floyd incident became the epic of everything, where everyone took to the streets, I wasn't too shocked, because we have protested against this very individual who had his knee on the neck of George Floyd. But prior to this man we call Derek Chauvin having a knee on the neck of George Floyd, it has not been his first time or his second time. So we're going to do a recap. A lot of us assume that Chauvin was the only. What a lot of us assume that the knee on Floyd's neck was Derek Chauvin's first time. A lot of us, most of us black, who are now really okrum with respect to activism or social justice, we think that the knee on the neck of George Floyd by Derek Chauvin was the first time. But let me tell you guys today, that's why I'm doing a recap on that. It's not the first time. Floyd was not the first individual that Derek Chauvin had his knee on their neck. Floyd was not the first individual. So that's why I'm doing a recap on this. So at least we can have a better understanding that what we know and what I'm about to deliver and explain is two different things, okay? So stay tuned. I want to give us a recap. And this recap is actually an acknowledgement or understanding of something that we do not fully understand. I don't blame most of us who don't fully understand, and that's normal, you know what I mean? If you're now functioning within a certain arena or a certain field, you don't always have to know everything about that. Most times we are drawn to what is presented from us or to us from those who are within that field. Now, most of us think Derek Chauvin knee on George Floyd's neck was his first time. Most of us think that. It might have been the first time. You know what I mean? I don't think this guy have done this. The guy has done this before. This might be his very, very first time, because that's how the media portrayed it, that this was his first time. Even when you watch the court proceeding, to a lot of us who are now fully educated to this whole Derek Chauvin or who he really is. So let me give you guys a synopsis or breakdown who Derek Chauvin really is. And I think this will give a better picture to be like, okay, you know what? This guy should not even have gotten 22 and a half years. This guy should have gotten longer period of time. So I'm about to read some things here, and I want you guys to pay close attention, because what I'm about to read is the epic of what led to the death of George Floyd. And let me say again, it is an epic of what led to the death of George Floyd. I'll give you guys a recap on Derek Chauvin. I think Chauvin should have been doing life. I don't think Derek Chauvin should have gotten 2.5 years, or 22.5 years. Should have gotten life. I mean life, not 22 and a half years, life. All right, so let's recap here. Say, Derek Chauvin in 2023, the city paid $7.5 million to John Pope. 7.5 to John Pope. And 1.4 million to Zaire Code, who each allege excessive force by former officer Derek Chauvin doing separate incidents in 2027. Let me say again, in 2027. So John Pope and Zaire Code, 2 separate incidents by Derek Chauvin, and all led to the knee on the neck. One was a female, Derek Chauvin pulled Derek Chauvin, pound Code, a female, pound her head on the cement and took his knee and put it on her neck. So this is not the first time. In 2017,